Hi everyone, welcome to the February webinar. I'm so excited to start back up again with the monthly webinars with all of you. Thank you for tuning in and joining me this month after taking a month off. I am really excited to share with all of you this month's topic on 3 ways to fall in love with your closet. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mallory Sills. I'm an image and wardrobe consultant based in the Chicagoland area. But thanks to the wonderful world of the internet, I'm able to work with clients all around the country. So thank you for joining me. I thought with February, it would be kind of fun to do something about falling in love because that's what Valentine's Day is really all about. So I thought, what better topic than to talk about falling in love with your closet? For those of you who've been following me on social media for a while, you know that I'm a big believer in loving our closet. I really am passionate about this topic because I know we all start our day by getting dressed and going into our closets. And I think a lot of us don't realize how much of an effect how we feel about our closet can have on the rest of our day. So I am always working with my clients to create a closet environment that is one that's positive. A lot of times we don't realize maybe our closet has negative feelings attached to it for us if we don't feel good about the clothes that are in our closets, or maybe that it causes stress for us. Whatever it is, a lot of times people, without realizing it, are starting their day going to their closet and it's creating additional stress for them. So that's why I wanted to talk about my 3 ways of creating a closet that we love and we feel good about. So to go ahead and get started, the first way is cleansing our closet. I use the term cleansing our closet because just like we hear people talking about cleansing our bodies and detoxing to get rid of what our body doesn't need, we need to do the same thing with our closet and get rid of what isn't serving us anymore. If it doesn't make us feel good, it doesn't deserve a space in our closet. If it doesn't fit our bodies or doesn't make us feel good, or whatever it is, it doesn't deserve a space in our closet. And then we're kind of starting our day going through and seeing these items in our closets that don't make us feel good. So it immediately affects us emotionally. So cleanse our closet. It really is, to me, probably the most important step in creating a closet that makes us happy and one that we love. It's really hard to go about our day and feel good when we start our day with a closet that causes us stress. So it's a really crucial step in the loving our closet routine. So that's way number 1, cleansing our closet. The second way to really fall in love with your closet is to shop with intention, always. I tell everyone to really shop with a plan or a list, so we're not just buying just to buy. I hear all the time clients and things telling me that they'll buy things because they had an event to go to and they went shopping last minute and they just kind of bought it because they were maybe desperate for something to wear, or it was just okay, so they felt like it would do for the time being, but they weren't happy about it. And that's when we end up with a lot of stuff in our closet that we don't really feel good about because we've just bought it because it was there, or whatever the case may be. So my number 1 kind of tip as far as shopping with intention is having a list. So after you cleanse your closet, make a list of things that maybe you realize you need. Maybe you realize you needed a black jacket, but you didn't have one, or whatever it is. Make a list as you cleanse it. My other tip is to not buy something unless you can think of at least 2 to 3 different ways of wearing it. This is another reason why cleansing our closet is so important, because a lot of times when we buy things, we'll only buy them and have one way of wearing it. And when we only have one way to wear something, we don't wear it as often as we could. So we're not really getting our money's worth out of that investment. So I tell everyone, even if you don't necessarily, if you just buy something that might not be on your list, if you can at least think of 2 to 3 different ways to wear it, you're going to get your money's worth out of that item, because you're going to wear it more. Because if you can think in the back of your mind, at least 2 to 3 different ways to wear it, there's probably even more ways to wear it. And you'll know a couple different ways to wear it because you're going to be cleansing your closet more often. And before I move on to way number 3, I do encourage people to really cleanse their closet at least 2 times a year. And some people think, well, that's a lot to do. But if you live in a climate like I do in Chicago, we have very different seasons. So we wear things very differently in the winter than we will in the summertime. So when we're changing our closet or the change of seasons, it's a really great time to cleanse your closet and realize what we've accumulated. We don't realize how much stuff we accumulate from season to season even. So it's a good way to know what we need when we're out shopping. And if we're cleansing our closet a couple times a year, we're able to really reference what we have sitting at home much easier when you're out shopping. So step number 1, cleansing your closet. Step number 2 is shopping with intention. Step number 3 is organizing. I get so excited about organizing, and I know some of my clients probably think I'm a little too excited about it, but for me, this is really kind of the final step in creating a space that makes you feel good and that you love, because it's really hard to love a space if it's disorganized or kind of feels very chaotic. When things tend to not be organized, they feel a little bit chaotic to us. So it's really crucial to have a space that's organized in a way that's functional for you. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. I always encourage people to hang as much as possible, because we see things that are hung more often than we see things that are folded and tucked away in a drawer. So hang as much as possible. And kind of to add on to hanging as much as possible, I'm a huge, huge, huge believer in having all the same hangers, because when we have different hangers in our closet, clothes aren't laying properly. They're not laying straight. And it's harder for things to look really organized and pretty if they're not all on the same hanger. So I'm also a huge advocate of the slimline hangers that are kind of velvet, if you will, covered and really slim. So it minimizes the space that we're taking up when we're hanging our clothing. And it also, like, everything just looks so much nicer when it's on the same hangers. So, you'll see them like this often, or even like this, whatever you can find where you're located. If you need help finding some, feel free to get in touch with me. I have a few different resources for that. But making sure that you have hangers that are functional, and also with this type of hanger, your clothes aren't going to slip and slide all over. I have so many clients that will go into their closets and they're using plastic or wire hangers, which not only are damaging our clothes, but they're also, when you go through your closet, everything falls off. And that's just another thing you don't need to deal with when you're trying to get ready and out the door. So really creating an organization system for you. All of these steps are really about creating a system that helps you get out of the door quicker and with less stress. The last thing we need is more stress in our lives, and getting ready and picking out your clothes shouldn't have to be an additional stress in the morning. So having things organized is a really great way to minimize our time getting ready. And I say that because I know so many times we'll be, if we don't have an organization system, we're searching for things in the morning. We can't find things. You're looking for those tights or you're looking for this jacket. And because if things are unorganized, it's really hard to remember where something is or whatever the case may be. So even organizing, your undergarments, like your tights or your bras, everything having its own place, it just makes the getting ready process so much simpler for you. And that's really what this is all about. And like I said, we're all different. So different organization systems are going to work differently for everyone. I will say that from my experience working with a lot of different clients over the past few years, I find that the kind of most functional way across the board for people is organizing by garment type. So putting all your jackets together, putting all your tops together, and so on. If you want to kind of take it a step further, which I like to do because I really love to organize, and I love when spaces are organized. It makes me just feel good. Is within the garment types having it organized by color within that garment type. So for example, I have all my tops together. Within my tops section, I have all my blacks together, all my warm tones, all my reds and pinks and yellows together. Then all my cool tones, so all my blues and greens together. You don't have to do that, but like I said, the more organized you can have it, the less stressed you'll be. So just to kind of wrap up again, my 3 ways: cleansing your closet, number 1, most important. That's always what you want to start with, cleansing it out, seeing what you have, what you're missing, getting rid of the negative, anything that makes you feel bad. We got to toss that out. The second way, shopping with intention, so we don't just end up with a bunch of stuff that we'd end up not wearing or doesn't make us feel good, all those things. So always shop with intention. If you don't have a list per se, at least shop. And when you're finding items, don't buy it unless you can think of 2 to 3 different ways of wearing something. The third way is to organize your space. Make it, pretty, make it look good. It's kind of like making it look like a store when you have all the same hangers. So it's kind of like you're shopping and reinventing your pieces every time you go into your closet. So those are my 3 ways to fall in love with your closet. Just a real quick one this month. If you have a topic that you want me to cover, I would love to hear about it. I'm going to get back into doing these every month, different topic. So follow me on social media. If you don't already, let me know what you want to hear about, all those fun things. Also, one quick announcement. I did recently just launch a podcast, so you can find it on iTunes and Google Play. It's called the Style Success Podcast. You can download it. We have 2 episodes up now. I would love to hear what you would also, if you want to hear something different on that also, feel free to let me know. I'm always up for suggestions and what you want to hear about that will help you. Otherwise, thank you for joining me on this Friday afternoon. It was so fun to get back into the groove of this. I will see you all and have a great day.